Could the essence of divinity, the sacred spiritual journey, be turned into a marketplace? This is a question that stirs the pot of many a philosophical debate. Today, we delve into the heart of this conundrum, exploring both sides of this controversial coin, the monetization of spirituality. On one hand, some argue that monetization is a necessary element of spreading spiritual teachings. They point to the pragmatic reality of our world. Money, they say, is a tool. It's the grease that keeps the wheels of society turning. Without it, how would spiritual leaders disseminate their teachings? How would they fund the creation of spiritual retreats, print books, or even maintain an online presence? They argue that in this modern age, where distance is no longer a barrier to sharing wisdom, financial resources become vital to share spiritual enlightenment at a global scale. Then there's the question of value. It's often said that people value what they pay for. By placing a monetary value on spiritual teachings, these become not just words, but a tangible investment. This, some argue, may prompt seekers to take the teachings more seriously, to devote time and effort into understanding and applying them in their lives. But then we flip the coin. On the other hand, critics of monetization argue that the divine, the spiritual, is beyond price. They contend that turning spirituality into a business taints the sacred journey, turning it into a commodity to be bought and sold. They argue that this could lead to exploitation, as unscrupulous individuals may use the guise of spirituality to profit from the vulnerable. Moreover, they question the idea that placing a monetary value on spiritual teachings necessarily makes them more valuable. They counter that genuine spiritual seekers would value the teachings regardless of cost. Furthermore, they argue that monetization could potentially exclude those who cannot afford to pay, creating a spiritual divide. The revered Babuji Maharaj of Sahaj Marg, for instance, would likely have frowned upon the monetization of spirituality. He was known for advocating a simple, free approach to spiritual practice. His teachings were offered freely to all, regardless of their financial standing. He believed that the divine is for everyone, not just those who can afford it. So, where does this leave us? On one side, there's the argument that monetization is a practical necessity, a tool for spreading spiritual teachings and making them more valuable to seekers. On the other side, there's the belief that monetization cheapens the spiritual journey, turning it into a commodity and potentially excluding those who can't afford to pay. This debate forces us to reflect on the value we place on spirituality and the means by which we seek divine connection. It's a complex issue, with no clear-cut answers, which just goes to show how intricate and multifaceted the world of spirituality truly is. As we continue to navigate this modern era, where spirituality and commerce often intertwine, it's crucial to keep these conversations going, to question, reflect, and strive for a balance that respects both the practical realities of our world and the sacred nature of the spiritual journey.